I'm John Knights, and I'm Chairman of Leadership Global. I'm also lead author of Leading Beyond the Ego, How to Become a Transpersonal Leader, which was published by Routledge in March of 2018. The Masterclass is going to focus on helping leaders to become the best leaders that they can be. We call them transpersonal leaders. So the question is, how can leaders be the best they can be in today's world, and tomorrow's world for that matter? The thing is that the world is changing faster and faster. We have the internet, we have technology change, we have social change. And so the ways that we led in the past are just not suitable for the future. So the question is, what do we need to do differently? The other thing to remember is that our brain is rewiring throughout our whole life. We're born basically with the brains of a Stone Age baby. And over our lifetime, this brain is rewired according to our experiences, who our parents were, what our education was, how we were brought up. But the thing is that most of that is chance. How about if we could actually proactively rewire our own brains? Now it may sound fantastic, but the reality is that we do that from time to time. For example, remember when you learned to drive a car? When you first sat in that seat and you thought of all the things that were complicated about how many levers you had to push, and all the things you had to do at the same time. And then 6 months later, when you'd passed your test and you were driving down the motorway, you could miss an exit without even realizing it. Automatic. So you'd rewired your own brain proactively. What we're saying is that we need to do that with the focus on leadership. And that means that we need to rewire our brains about the behaviors we need to use to be the best leaders we can be. And also to bring our values to full consciousness. And that's a journey that we've developed. I've been a leader for over 30 years before I started to work with chief executives. But when I put the mirror back on my own career, I can see if I'd have been able to, or I'd known about how to proactively rewire my own brain on my behaviors and how I brought my values to full consciousness, I would have been a much better leader. Even though, on balance, I was considered a relatively good leader, but I could have been so much better. And I believe that we can all be so much better as a leader. In this masterclass in February, I will be talking about the journey that we can go on to become better leaders, and working with you and discussing with you about those perhaps 2 or 3 new things that you might be able to learn to make you a better leader. Thanks for listening, and I hope you'll join me on the Masterclass.